let me rip into this. This is such bullshit. So the American Ukrainian diaspora takes $2 million from Firtash for a monument to the Holodomor in Washington, and then it complains about corruption in Ukraine. You have no right to complain about anything if you take money from Firtash. He's a fucking Russian agent. It's ridiculous. I hate this hypocrisy. It's like Western banks, you know, taking dirty Russian Ukrainian money, and then Western governments complaining about corruption in Ukraine. It's the same bullshit. You know, we're all high and mighty here in the West, and the bad guys are over there. But we, you know, and we don't, and where does this dirty money go? Where does this dirty money go? I wrote an op-ed in the Ukrainian Weekly at the time of the monument, and I said this was wrong to take this money, but Ukrainian Americans thought differently. Well, then if you think differently, and that includes UKK, Lozinski, if you think differently, then shut the fuck up about corruption in Ukraine. You have no right to talk about corruption in Ukraine. I'm happy to say that because I totally believe it. You can't have it both ways. You can't take dirty money and then complain about corruption in Ukraine. I don't think that there was such an urgent need to have another monument to the Holodomor. I think it's a complete waste of money again, and I think this plot of land that they bought next to the National Exhibition Centre, which is going to have a monument, I think it's going to cost $1.5 million. Again, a waste of money. That $1.5 million, $2 million could go towards another chair of Ukrainian Studies at the University of Toronto. It'd do a lot more work. It'd be a lot more productive. I mean, a monument, you know, this is over-fixation with the Holodomor is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's been going on since '83. It's time for a break. You know, I mean, there are other as much pressing issues in Ukraine besides the Holodomor. Nobody's fighting back on the whole UPA thing, for example. But, you know, I mean, Magocsi said to me years ago, he said, you know, give me a big research grant money and we'll have a project around the chair on this whole question of UPA. But, you know, no, the fixation is Holodomor. So, and I wouldn't mind, but you've won the debate. There's nothing more to debate. Anyway, so I'm happy to say that the American Ukrainians have got no right to complain about corruption in Ukraine. Once you've taken dirty money, then you have to keep quiet. You can't have it both ways. And it's the same problem with other things in the West, you know, like Western banks taking dirty money, like Western consultants taking dirty money. This whole pointing the finger at Ukraine without, you know, thinking that we're doing nothing wrong is BS. I'm happy to do this because I've written a lot about it in the last few weeks in particular. I think that, and I had some pieces published this week that you can't fight corruption in Ukraine if you know, if you think the corruption problem is just in Ukraine. The problem is in the West and Ukraine. If the city of London keeps taking dirty money, if Cyprus keeps taking dirty money, there'll always be corruption in Ukraine and Russia. And it's the same. But you know, everybody thinks it stinks over there, not around them.